Hello and welcome, listeners, and thank you very much for joining me once again here at Ne0 Gets to Know, the show where I get to know players from all over the world, every scene, every scenario, and of course I'm joined by the lovely 7LICIOUS. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you, thank you.
Absolute pleasure to have you on. We'll kickstart things straight away. We'll start with CS:GO. It's the easiest thing to get things when we're getting this conversation going. How did you just go from any old person in Sweden to now being kind of on one of the biggest organizations in kind of all of Europe, if not the world, kind of playing for their female team? What's your story?
So basically, before CS, I didn't play any game at all. I was like not interested at all in like video
Okay.
games or stuff like that. I thought it was kind of nerdy,
Yeah,
like before I
classic. Yeah.
actually did it. But then my brother, like he made me try it. So I tried it and I got like stuck as fast as I tried. Like I really loved it from the second I started. And I also felt like when I started, this was something I really want to be good at. So it's kind of like it's been the goal to like become good from the beginning. Uh, and
Look
yeah,
where you are now.
yeah,
I'm Copenhagen players. So far, so good. Kind of getting in
yeah.
towards CS:GO. Did you have any influence coming through? Was it you mentioned your brother as one, but I guess any professional players or any people within the scene that you kind of to yourself you kind of looked up to them?
Yeah, like I have some I really looked up a lot to Nico that
Classic.
plays right
Yeah.
now in G2. Like he's always been like a big idol. Uh, and then like I don't know, Nip of course, like the old Nip. I was such
Yeah.
a fangirl.
Classic.
I think I have like 5 or 6 different jerseys from their old time. So that was yeah, some legends to look up to.
Yeah. I guess being Swedish as well, that old Nip
Yeah.
roster for you was like kind of the best of the best, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So, what was your road to pro? I think that's for a lot of people. Everyone has kind of different ways of how they got to where they are. Some people grind FACEIT, get FACEIT level 10, FPLC. Some people it's kind of through streaming, and then they get picked up from there. What was your road? How did you go from kind of just playing the game for fun to then now playing for Copenhagen Flames, for example?
It's actually like I played a lot of Face It with just friends, but the friends of mine, of course, was like it's still really good people.
Sure.
So I was playing like Face It with good people, playing against high level with high level. But I wasn't doing much in the female scene. Like
Right.
I didn't try too much to like get a team or like play the tournament, so I wasn't like super known in the female scene. So I'm not quite sure how how I got the like
It
how
just
they
happened.
knew about me,
Yeah.
but I just got a message from one of the owners of Flames and like they asked me if I wanted to try out. And then I just tried out and in the team like we clicked
Um,
instantly. So it was super nice.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. So it's got a little bit of a random one then for you, kind of
Yeah.
getting to plays. Hey, I mean, it all happens the same. So for you, how hard was it transitioning from kind of playing pugs, face it with your friends, to then playing as part of a team? Because obviously, in a pug and face it, you can just hold
Yeah.
W, run around, tap heads, it's all good. But in a team, you have specific roles. We have to, util for your teammates, etc. How difficult was it for you?
I wouldn't say actually it was too difficult because I always been the kind of person that tried to like learn from everyone I play with, and
Sure.
I know it was a big like difference from playing pugs and playing officials or like even pracking. So I've been always like done everything to get help from friends, and
Right.
also like I've been playing in like smaller teams before, and I also played in a mixed team. So like I had experience from team play, just not like in a real good team like that.
Right. Yeah.
So
That makes sense. Fair enough. Fair enough. And kind of, what drew you to CS:GO over other games? There's Valorant, for example, which is a really big women's scene, or Dota, League of Legends. What drew you to CS:GO kind of over them?
I'm not sure. Like I've never been interested in other games. Like I've tried almost every game, but I never got like interested in them. I thought Valorant was kind of like it was okay. It was fun. I could play it, but it wasn't like CS that I really like.
Yeah, that makes
I love
sense.
CS.
So, have you
Yeah.
never been tempted to go across the Valorant and give it a go?
No,
Not at
actually
all.
not.
Okay, fair enough. I think a lot of CS people at some point have been tempted because it looks quite
Yeah.
like a good opportunity. But fair enough. If CS:GO is where it's at, then I've got
Yeah.
to give you the credit for it. Let's talk about Flames. You mentioned kind of it was out of nowhere randomly. How did that all come about? You kind of mentioned it was a little bit random. You just got a DM one day, then a trial. How did the whole Flames journey for you start?
Uh, well, it started in 2000. I think it was, yeah, 2020.
Okay,
Because I've been there 2 times now. Like
hmm
that was the first lineup, but then
sure.
it happened like two girls left, and then I was like, okay, should we continue or should we make a pause? And then we just like paused it,
hmm
and with no like no talking about okay, we maybe
Yeah,
continue,
sure.
but so that was it. But then like maybe half a year later, they contacted me again and asked if I wanted to be like interested in making a new lineup or like
hmm
joining their new lineup. So that's and I always had like good feelings about Flames. I had
hmm
good feelings about my like last teammates because they were two girls from the old lineup.
Sure.
Always thought they were really good and talented.
hmm
So this was like no doubt for me to join again.
Yeah, fair enough. And then how is it so far? I mean, you kind of, I think if I'm right, saying you played 2 games so far, and it's still
Yeah.
very fresh. But how's the team?
Uh, it's actually funny. I feel like this is the like the first team I really really believe in. I feel
Sure.
like with the time, with some time, we're gonna be able to play really really good.
hmm
And what's also funny, or not funny, what's also nice is
Yeah.
that I feel like everyone in the team is like we have high ambitions, and we also
hmm
wanna play outside of the female tournaments. Like
Sure.
we wanna play against the boys, and of course we're gonna get wrecked in the beginning, lose a lot of games, but
hmm
we're gonna just learn from them to be able to just get better.
So basically, the plan is to be better than the men's team, beating
Yeah.
Nikodos, Yabi, all of those. Like that's
Yeah,
that's
of
the
course.
fair enough, exactly that. So, what is the plan that you mentioned you want to be playing in the men's scene itself, but kind of with domestically within the female scene? What's the plan for Copenhagen Flames and this new roster? You know, there's the ESL league that's just been announced. The female scene within CS:GO is finally starting to get a bit of traction. What's the kind of goal for you guys now?
The goal is to like we're of course gonna play all the female tournaments that we can,
hmm
but then we're also gonna play some like Danish tournaments that's
hmm
for everyone, and just try to do our best and just learn. I feel like at least the first half year we just gonna try to like play a lot of official just to learn
hmm
and to be able to make mistakes and learn from them because officials and prac are different, so I
Sure,
feel like
sure.
that's good. And then I would say like our goal is to become like really good in 1 year, be able to
Okay. So confident. You're feeling
yeah
confident, basically.
yeah
And with the ESL league that's just been announced, of course, it's still very much in its infant stages. But for you guys, is the kind of goal to be regularly competing within that league, kind of showing yourselves on the absolute top stage of the female scene?
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And what about yourself individually? A lot of people kind of, when they speak about their career and themselves, they have certain goals. You know, with CS:GO, top 20 is a lot of what a lot of people look for. For you, do you want to be, top 20 within the female scene or kind of one of the best names in the female scene? What is your personal goal?
Yeah, my personal goal, I'm really like it's the fun thing with this lineup. Like in the first lineup, I was IGL,
hmm
and now I'm just like a rifler. But that's super nice actually because now I'm able to do kind of my own thing. I have a
Sure.
really very like freely role, and also I do a lot of like lurking so I can do mid-run
Mm,
calls to help out the IGL,
sure.
so that's really nice. But my own goals is just to, yeah, just show everyone how good I can be, and
hmm
like let's say in 1 year play against guys and actually like wreck them. That would
Show
be
them.
so fun.
There we go, exactly that. What drew you to the IGL role? I think for a lot of people it's a bit of a daunting one. It's a lot on your plate. There's a lot to do, a lot of pressure on you as well. What kind of drew you seem quite confident already. What drew you to being an IGL?
um, I'm not sure, quite sure. Like in the first lineup, they weren't looking for an IGL, but
hmm
it just sort of happened. So like I felt like the role in that team was really fitting for me.
hmm
So, and after that, I just felt like, yeah, this is what I'm good at.
Sure.
But I would like the IGL we have now is super talented, so
hmm
I have no like doubt in giving. giving it to her
Giving
because
it
I know she
over.
can do
Yeah.
she can do the good work too,
Sure.
and I can just focus on myself. So that's also nice. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
nice to like IGL is always fun because then you're be able to like you do all the hard work, the most hard work, but then you also like you get better faster also. But yeah, it's nice to be selfish sometime and just be able
Yeah.
to like do your own plays and just go and kill.
Would you say it's a little bit of pressure off your shoulders as well, not having to IGL? You can kind of just focus on yourself, kind of focus on getting the stats on the board.
Yeah, it's super nice. Super nice.
So with the new changes that we've seen, of course, with the women's scene, do you think CS:GO is finally starting to make the kind of the right steps in the right direction to kind of bringing women actually actively involved into esports?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so happy for this. It's super nice. I feel like this is gonna make more girls be willing to like
Sure.
maybe start trying playing, and yeah, it's I don't see anything negative for this. It's super nice.
That's good to hear. Is there anything that you would sort of want to improve or change kind of with how things are kind of laid out at the moment? Of course, we had the big announcement of ESL, but anything else in terms of maybe smaller tournaments, tier 2, women's CS? Like, what is there any sort of changes or improvements you would kind of suggest going forward?
It's just like small things that I hate with all female tournaments. Like
Like
it's
what?
always like you always have to be in Discord
Okay.
to like because people wanna check if you're like a real girl. So every team always needs to
Okay.
be in Discord, and it's always like I don't know. I don't like some stuff with the female tournaments. I like that they are there, but like some stuff it's just annoying. It's like playing with Discord. Like no one is doing that.
Yeah.
You don't use Discord to play. But yeah, like small stuff like that. But yeah, I would just love more LANs because I feel like
Sure. Sure.
online tournaments it's yeah it's fine, but like it's so much different from LANs because yeah you have to you have to do it to be able to like feel how it feels, and that's
Yeah.
like big reason why you play is to be able to play on LAN and like have a public and stuff like that.
Are you one of those people as well who on LAN you kind of feel more confident?
Yeah,
You get the
yeah.
LAN buff, yeah.
Yeah.
So you
It's
don't
really,
you
I
don't
love
get
it.
nervous being in front of kind of
No,
fans? Okay, you know,
it's
fair enough.
kind of like the difference. Like I get more hyped, and
That's good.
yeah.
I mean, that's what you want in a rifler, especially when you can things be a little bit nervous on the stage. That's the good steps. So aside from CS:GO, how did the commentating side of things come about? Because that is also kind of part of your career as well. You kind of juggle the
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, it's actually like I got an opportunity when I moved to Stockholm. So I got the opportunity, and it's so fun because now I'm like on the evenings because some of us in the team still have like normal job, so we
Yes,
crank
yeah.
like at evenings normal days. But so it's nice. Then I can go to work, watch CS, commentate CS. I have it all the time in my mind,
Yeah.
so it's just so nice to be able to like do casting or other stuff like hosting a CS event or something at the side. But I will always like if I have to choose one, I will always choose to play professional
Right.
if I have to choose one.
Sure. But for the time being, is kind of commentating. Are you kind of more than happy doing the both at the same time? It's not like too much work. It's not too overwhelming.
No,
Oh,
it's
there we go.
perfect right now. So,
Oh, we'd love to see it. Love to see it.
yeah.
And kind of within that, if you got opportunities to kind of make commentating a more full-time job, like let's say for example you got like a really big offer, talking ESL Blast, one of the huge kind of commentating gigs in that sense, and it was a more full-time role, would you take a step away just to kind of see if you can go down that path?
I will probably try to do both if possible. Try to mix the timing. It's like even if it would mean I was like working 12 hours and after that
Right.
maybe playing 4 hours, I will still try to do it. And like if it didn't work, I would probably choose CS anyway.
Sure.
But I will try to combine them.
Try and do both, yeah. But if it did happen though, and if you did get an offer, you'd be more than happy to kind of like as long as you can
Yeah.
do both, you're more than happy to kind of keep climbing your commentating career as well.
Yeah, because I feel like
Nice.
that's also something I would like to do like after my career.
Sure.
Let's say like when I feel like I'm not like my reactions isn't good enough or something to
Yeah.
maybe go in that road
Go in
again.
the commentator way. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, nice stuff. Oh, that kind of concludes the CS:GO side of things. Now let's talk about you, your standard life. What was it like growing up? What was kind of life like for you, kind of before CS:GO and esports came in? What did you get up to?
Okay. I live in a pretty big family
Hmm.
with my dad, my mother, and two siblings,
Hmm.
and a lot of dogs. I had
Nice.
a lot of
Can't
dogs.
go wrong.
I have two dogs now. I think they're sleeping somewhere. But so dogs have always been a part of my life, which I'm
Cute.
super happy for.
Nice.
And during my like childhood and stuff like that, I've always tried so many different stuff. Like
Hmm.
I've tried all the kind of sports you can imagine. I
Sure.
think like 15 different sports,
As you
and
do.
like I tried it for like half a year, and then I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore.
Hmm.
And then I tried something else. I'm like, yes, this is so fun, and then I'm like, nah.
Then you fall off
So,
it.
yeah. So it's kind of fun. CS is the only thing I've been like,
Stuck to.
okay, yeah.
Hmm. What sports
uh,
did you get involved with?
so much different, like football,
Classic.
dancing, some boxing. Do you say like
Oh,
that in English?
boxing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boxing.
yeah, yeah.
Swimming, riding
Everything.
horses. Yeah, like literally everything.
So you said you developed your like kind of love for esports through CS:GO. Kind of before that, had you never was there no sort of gaming in your life? Never even kind of watched it or anything? Or was it just your brother introducing you to CS:GO?
Yeah, I played some World of Warcraft
Oh
like
yeah,
with my
classic.
dad,
Hmm.
but it was mostly him like just making me like pick flowers for him or like fishing, like doing those
Mm,
like
the
tasks
small
that
ones,
he
yeah,
was too lazy to do, and I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, sure, but not more than that, no.
Yeah, fair enough. Kind of outside of esports, like current day, do you have any sort of hobbies and interests that you try and you do as alongside kind of obviously you mentioned commentating plus playing. It's a lot on your plate, but do you have other hobbies and stuff that you do as well?
uh, I like to work out, and I also feel
Mhm.
like that's super important
Agreed. Yeah,
into the like esports aspect.
you need to.
And then I also have like two dogs, so I take a lot of walks with them.
Mhm.
So and of course like meeting friends and family and stuff like that, but not like a specific hobby. I don't think so.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You said you moved to Stockholm recently as well, right?
Yeah.
How big of a kind of a deal was that for a lot of people? Kind of moving to the major cities, like I guess in England, moving to London would be the similar sort of equation. It's a big deal. And how was it for you?
It's was actually a pretty big difference because like I always lived like outside of the city,
Hmm.
sort of with my family, and whereas like one or two buses a day to get into the city
I was the
to like
same. Yeah.
get food and stuff. So it was a big difference, but I feel like it's really fitting my lifestyle right now.
Hmm.
It's just making like my work and everything so much easier, and
Yeah.
I really like it here. So
Yeah, fair enough.
that's
And
nice.
what does a sort of daily routine look like for you? Because you know, as we've already mentioned, you do quite a lot. You got a lot on your plate, and not in just commentating and playing, but you also stream as well. You seem to live a very busy life. What does a sort of a rough daily routine look like?
Rough daily. Okay. I sort of like I wake up kinda early for being a gamer, but that's
Okay.
because I have dogs. So
Yeah,
I
of
wake
course.
up
Yeah.
like at 8 or 9 mostly, and
Mhm.
like the weekdays. And I take out one of my dogs for like 1 hour walk
Mhm.
every day to like, cause he's a pretty big dog, so he has a lot of
Longer
energy.
walks. Yeah.
So I do that, and then I take out my other dog, and she's like super small and super old, so I just have to take it out for
Small
like
one.
10 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, After that, like making some breakfast, I usually watch CS while I eat that breakfast,
Classic. Yeah.
or I just watch on YouTube. Uh, After that, I like if I have some work to do, I either like go to work or cast. I
Hmm.
like it's yeah. But if I don't have work that day, I probably like what play some CS, either play premium or play
Hmm.
Swedish Pro League, if you heard of that.
Like esports, or is it that kind of thing?
Not esport. It's like a hub on Faceit for
Ah,
like
okay. Nice.
Swedish people
Fair
basically.
enough.
But
Yeah.
it's similar to esport.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
um, Played that, and then like every day, I I prac like 18 to 22
Hmm.
on a Sunday, where it's like 12 to 20. Uh,
Oof.
but yeah,
Long day. That is
Sunday
a
we
long
have
day.
pauses. We have pauses to eat and stuff though,
Yeah.
so that's nice.
I was gonna say that is a lot of CS for one day.
uh, but yeah, and then I try to do something like I wanna like break a sweat every day, either if
Yeah.
it's like go and running or like go to the gym or just take one more very long walk with the dog or
Yeah,
something. I
I'm
try to do
exactly the same
something.
every day.
Yeah, like
At least
yeah,
once, even if it's like
yeah,
30 minutes, just
yeah.
get a little bit active. So I don't feel guilty personally. That's like my thing. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly that. And
Yeah,
then that's kind of you're not staying up too late. You finish at 22 roughly. You said.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, it's not nice day. And I guess this is the sort of the polar opposite question. If you weren't involved in esports in any way, if CS:GO never came into your life, there's no commentating, no playing, what do you think you'd be doing? Would it be kind of university or working? What do you think?
Yeah, I've been actually thinking about this because like esports been actually like it's been changing my life so
Mhm.
drastic actually. So
Mhm.
it's kind of interesting to think about. But I always thought about earlier like right now I only did my like gymnastic. Do you say like that? Uh,
Ooh. Is that the exams like towards the end of
yeah,
school?
like
Yeah,
the
okay.
only thing like the thing you need, nothing more, only like
Ah,
what you
okay,
need
yeah.
and
So in
nothing
England they're
more.
called A levels. That's like our
Yeah.
version. But yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
uh, and then I like just started to play try hard after that.
Hmm.
But I was interested to start studying as a police
Ah,
actually.
okay, nice.
So maybe I would have done that.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't think I would do good in any sport because I
Sure.
tried them all out
Yeah.
but didn't
Didn't love any of
like
them.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's kind of interesting though. Like I've done a lot of other stuff also. Like I've been taking. I have no clue how you say this in English. Like when you go dive
Or
in the water.
oh, just like diving, like just generally.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I took the car to do that, and I also
Oh,
been like
okay, nice.
skydiving and
So
like
you're a
I have
adrenaline junkie,
yeah
basically.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, was
But
the Nopia, was that like off a cliff kind of thing? Like cliff
no,
diving?
like off a plane, like
Oh, skydiving kind of thing. Yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, with the diving in water, it was just like uh, it wasn't in the Swedish boring water, but I will still be able to do it like
Yeah.
in other countries because that's like the goal, obviously.
Okay, fair enough. Fair. That's very adrenaline junkie. I kind of like
Yeah,
that's so opposite to CS:GO in terms of you sit at your computer and then you're out
yeah, it's
jumping out
very
of planes and
different.
off cliffs and stuff. So it's very different. So kind of with yourself, you kind of mentioned you now moved to Stockholm, you moved away from your family, but you have a big family. How hard is that conversation saying to your family, okay, I want to go full time in esports. This is what I want to do. I know you might not understand what I'm doing, but like I can do it. How hard was that conversation?
Like they were pretty like they were sad about me moving to Stockholm because
Mhm.
it's obviously like far away, but regarding my CS career, they always been like super supportive and
Mhm.
like they watch all my games and
Oh,
like
that's good. Yeah.
ask everything all the time. Like
Mhm.
my dad is like calling me once a week and like, how is it going with CS?
That's
How is
good.
the prac going? So
Mhm.
that's really nice to have a supporting family. I think it's like super important.
Did they understand what you were doing? Kind of when you were trying to explain, I'm gonna play this game, I can do it, but you just gotta believe in me.
Actually they did understand because like at least mostly my dad he's been like very invested and
Hmm.
I know like in the beginning we watched a lot of like
Classic. Yeah.
matches together
Hmm.
and like he followed me to like small lands
Hmm.
and stuff to that like he always been like following to everything
Yeah.
where I'm going so
That's really good. What kind of tips would you give for other people trying to have that conversation? Because like, well, for me, like I'm same as you. My family are very supportive about it, but I think for other people it's maybe not as easy. Was there any sort of that tips you'd give trying to bring that conversation up with the parents?
it's super hard I guess just try to like because football everyone understands football you
Yeah.
can try to make like explain it like the way you wanted to go pro in football and just say but it's a video game but
Hmm.
it's a really big thing and
Yeah.
you can earn a lot of money and like it's not it's yeah it's a big scene and like
Yeah.
show them videos or
Hmm.
like facts about it maybe.
Yeah, weird enough, that's actually the exact way I explained to my parents because
Oh.
they didn't get it at all. So I said, I'm a commentator. Imagine a football commentator, just I do it on a
Yeah.
game. The same thing, just that I do it from home. Like that's exactly the same way. So yeah, I do agree. I think that's a good one. I think we just saw a dog walk past as well. So they're up now. What are the dogs' names? Just for a little
Eh,
trivia.
I can show you. big dog.
Go
He's
on.
here now. Colin, come, come.
Oh,
This is Colin. He's like
Colin.
1 year.
Mhm.
He's a Rottweiler and a Collie
Okay.
bred. So
Hmm.
it's very big. I think it's like 45 kilo or something.
Okay. Big dog. So I can see
Yeah,
why you need to
and
walk it a long time.
yeah, and he's like he don't understand that he's so big, so he's always wanna be like up in my face all the time.
Did you buy them when you came to Sweden, or when you came to Stockholm, or did you kind of bring them from home?
I like I've been in Stockholm for I don't know, roughly half a year,
Hmm. Yeah.
7 months, 8 months. I'm not quite sure.
Hmm.
Uh, but I got him like before he's 1 year old, so I got him for 1 year old.
Hmm.
No, I got him 1 year
1 year
ago.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other dog is like she's 12, so
Mhm.
she's been kind of like a family dog.
Oh
But
wow, very old. Yeah.
she and me like we chose each other kind of.
Hmm.
So like she followed me too.
You grew up together, kind of thing. What?
Yeah.
What's the other one called?
She's called Norpan. It's very
Okay,
weird
that's a
name.
very Swedish name. Okay, I would struggle to pronounce that, but yeah. Okay, so that kind of concludes also the personal one. Last we've got is kind of the random Twitter, Reddit, kind of all over
Yep.
questions, which are just from random people. So we'll kickstart
Yep.
things. We've actually quite a topical one. How many languages do you speak?
I only speak two languages like in a good way. I can
Mhm.
speak some French, I can speak some Spanish, like but just some words. So I
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
say that I can speak them.
Do you speak
But
any
yeah,
Danish?
not really. Just like small words or
Hmm.
stuff I've heard that sound
Sure,
funny.
sure. So kind of with Copenhagen Flames, English is kind of the language you use for obviously for your
Yeah,
team. Yeah, makes
yeah.
sense. Makes sense.
I can read Danish like fully, and I can also like read Norwegian.
Okay, sure.
But like, and I understand Norwegian also like when I speak.
Hmm.
But
Are they quite
Danish
similar?
is just yeah. They're
Hmm.
pretty similar in text, but like when Danish
When they
people speak,
speak.
they just speak in a
Just different
different
world.
way.
Yeah, exactly that. Okay, fair enough. So for you, if CS:GO wasn't an option anymore, that kind of that route dried up, but it's like right now, would you try and give Valorant a go? Would you try and make that, because the female scene over there is obviously is one of the biggest, if not the best, in terms of all the esports. Would you try and give that a go? Because of course we know you got the aim for it. You kind of
Yeah.
may just have to adjust to the utility a bit.
Um. Yeah, I would maybe like just try to see if I like it,
Hmm.
and like if I didn't like it enough to be able to like give it my all, I
Hmm.
would probably just like continue with the like casting, but
Sure.
maybe like if it wasn't CS still, I could still be able to like cast other games.
Yeah, for sure.
That was interesting.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, who, in your opinion, is the best female player in the world?
It's so hard because like the top female players went to Valorant, I feel like.
Yeah.
Uh, so it's I need to think.
Like especially with the ones who are now G2, like Giuliano,
Yeah.
they all went
I would
across.
say one of them right
Mhm.
now, but like
Was it
I don't
there?
want to say
Yeah.
them now because it's Valorant, and I don't know anything about Valorant. They're
Mhm.
probably super good, but I
They
don't
are,
follow
to be
this.
fair. They're still pretty. I think they're still they're regarded as the best female team in the EU.
Yeah,
So they've still got it.
but maybe I feel like Vilga has a lot of
Yeah.
what do you say? Like she knows a lot.
Yeah.
She's
Game
been in the game.
senses.
Yeah, exactly. She's been in the scene for a long time, so
Mhm.
I feel like she's probably one of the
Okay.
like maybe smartest player.
Sure.
But I feel like right now there's so many like young talents with super aim.
Oh
So
yeah, for
I don't
sure.
know. It's like you can be a smart player, but if you still get out aimed, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So, I don't
exactly
know.
that.
It's hard.
Who is the best player you've ever played with? In your opinion, of course.
A female?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, we'll do one female, one male, then you can get the best of both.
Okay. Best female I played. I don't like, as I said, I don't been like playing a lot in the female scene.
Mm.
So I guess I would have to say someone from my team, but in the same way, I don't want to be like
One of
everyone
them's
is
better.
good in
Yeah.
like everyone
But
is
I
good
won't
in
make you pick of your teammates. Like, yeah.
Okay, but I can like if I'm not choosing my old my teammates now, I can choose my old teammate, Lena. I feel like
Yeah.
she's Yeah, she's super talented and like smart and has like amazing aim. So
Hmm.
I would say her then.
Sure. And then from the male side of things, who's the best you've played
My
with, even if it's like a pug or like a facer or,
yeah.
pro league, whatnot?
Uh, I would say like I play a lot with it's I would say either Yakinyo or maybe Era.
Ah, okay.
One
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
those.
Both very good. Like,
Yeah.
within the tier two, kind of one of the up there with one of the best. Okay, fair enough. That's some good talent there. It's good people to learn from as well.
Yeah.
And how is it in terms of the kind of when you play? You mentioned you played in a mixed team before, and you played with friends who are guys. How is it kind of learning from them? Do you kind of pick up stuff more from them, or more from kind of playing with your team?
Uh, both ways. I feel like
Hmm.
uh, it's nice because like in my team, it's more like everyone has the kind of same level and will learn from
Sure.
our mistakes in that way.
Hmm.
But like when I play with my friends that are like higher skill level than me, it's
Sure.
like I can ask them all the time, okay, why did you do this? Or
Ah, yeah,
if I do
smart.
something wrong, I always told them like, you can tell me if I did something wrong or did
Hmm.
something weird, and you can tell me and like explain. So
Okay.
that's really nice because then I can get answer like this fast. So
Exactly.
I really like that.
It seems like you're always learning as well. Like if
Yeah,
you're
I
that
try to always learn.
that's a very proactive mindset. So as a kind of a player, like if Flames were watching, for example, that's the stuff they want to hear. So exactly
Yeah.
that. Media trained.
Yeah, exactly.
So another random one. What is the best country, and then it goes on top of that, the best place that you've ever been to?
Ooh,
That
okay.
isn't Sweden, of course, because you're from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to think.
Hmm.
I like Norway because it's
Sure.
super beautiful,
Hmm.
but it's also
Cold.
kind of boring. Yeah, and cold also. It's kind of boring also because it's
Yeah.
so close to Sweden.
Sure.
Uh, I really like. I've been to Thailand also, but
Ooh. Okay.
I got a bit sad because of all the dogs being homeless and
Oh
stuff. So
yeah, they're
I
everywhere,
don't.
right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like that part. I would say Gran Canaria. What's
Oh,
that?
okay. Yeah,
I,
Gran Canaria. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
very
That's
pretty place. Yeah, I've been
yeah.
there.
It's
It's very
super
nice.
super pretty.
Okay, was it like a
So
family holiday kind of thing?
yeah.
Nice. Cannot go wrong. I've say exactly for me. Great. It's a very, very pretty place. So, what is the favorite snack you recommend, or like, or food, or any for you? Like, what? Okay, what's your favorite food? We'll start with that. That's like the easiest one to go for.
Favorite food. I have to go with the boring one, tacos, I think. I feel
Tacos.
like,
Okay, that's
yeah,
rogue. Okay, nice.
yeah.
And then, if you were gonna recommend a Swedish snack, what would you recommend?
Swedish snack. You heard of Swedish fika?
No, I haven't. What is
You
that?
haven't? Okay, fika. It's like it can be different things. It can be cinnamon buns. It can
Hmm.
be a chocolate cake or some
Right.
other like
Okay.
it's yeah. It's a very common thing in Sweden to have a
Yeah.
Swedish fika.
Is Giflar Swedish?
Yeah,
So
Sweden.
that's like my
That's a
favorite.
part of Swedish fika. You can
Oh,
also have
okay.
that on
Well,
the
then
fika.
I know it because
You're
Giflar,
sold.
10 out of 10, absolutely amazing. So, okay. What made you want to go pro? And sort of, we kind of already touched it, but kind of how did you get so good at the game?
Yeah, just like following uh the like male scene and watching like
Hmm.
them play on stage and just seeing. I just wanted. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god,
I've
that's
got to
what
do
I
it.
want to do."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly that. How good is the sort of the Copenhagen Flames org to you guys? How helpful and how kind of supportive are they?
I would say they are like super
Hmm.
supportive. Like I don't been a part of a lot of orgs. I mainly been part of like very small orgs
Sure.
before this, but I really feel like they care about their players, and
Hmm.
I don't have anything like negative to say about them. And
Cannot
that's
complain.
also, yeah,
Yeah.
that's also like one of the reasons why I chose to like go back to them
Go back to them.
because
Yeah.
it's very nice.
I've spoke to a few of the guys at Flames, and they're all of them are
Yeah.
amazing people. So I can agree with you there. And our last question, kind of an easy one, but everyone has a different answer. What is your warm up routine?
Warm-up routine, I mostly play aimbots. Like I just go,
Classic.
like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't go wrong with aimbots.
You can't.
I
You
kind of,
can't.
I don't like. I try to do DM more often, but
Hmm.
I prefer to just play aimbots because then I don't get like tired in my arm either.
For
So
sure. Yeah.
I like
And
aimbots.
DM's kind of intense as well at times.
Yeah.
So I think aimbots kind of at least gets your mouse working properly. There we go. Well, that's all of our questions. I can thank you very much for joining me. This should be out in a few days, so we should have enough time. But when is the next time we're going to see the Copenhagen Flames female team play? When's the next time we should see you at least somewhere?
Well, maybe this weekend in Cash Cup. It depends a bit. So maybe then. Otherwise, we're actually gonna play this qualifier on Esports.
Okay, nice.
So
we should see at least the Copenhagen Flames female
Yeah.
team playing at some point. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to thank you very much once again for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. I kind of this is some free time. If you want to give any shout outs, now is the time to do it. But I think you've more or less as well. Your links are below, so you can't see it, but I can see it. Your links are below,
Nice.
so all your socials and stuff are there. But yeah, I mean, if any other shout outs you want to give, feel free to do it now.
Shout out to my team. I fucking love you guys. We're gonna become the best.
There we go. Well, thank you very much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I will let you enjoy. The dog seems to want to have a bit of attention too, so I'll leave you to Colin. But thank you very much, and of course, all you wonderful people at home, thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. Ne0 gets to know. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Peace out.